Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys the announcement. The cat, Mr. Bigglesworth, might be back. And I say might because it's still a little tricky. I've played Bigglesworth quite a lot lately. I just like playing Bigglesworth. Um, I feel like on average my results are better than last patch, and I think that's enough to warrant starting to playing him. But yes, he's not the best hero out there. Mr. Bigglesworth, he basically gets to discover a card from dead opponents. With a mid-range meta, Mr. Bigglesworth kind of fails to perform and does tend to get knocked out pretty early. With that said, with the removal of Dark Moon prizes, it makes it so Mr. Bigglesworth doesn't just get hit for like 35 on turn 8. And that's where the power level has starting to increase. You know, he's doing a little bit worse because everyone's playing mid-range builds, but he's doing a lot better because Dark Moon prizes are not doing those smashing high rolls, okay? There are high rolls, but those high rolls are not going to hit you for like 35 anymore. Well, not most of the time anyway. And that difference is substantial because you can sustain a hit or two from those high rollers in your game now. And that's going to give you the flexibility to actually have the lasting power to the point where someone else might die. And once you get that going, Mr. Bigglesworth is one of the only heroes that effectively can win with a mid-range build. In a mid-range meta, forcing a win by having the top minion out of half the lobby, that's a really big deal. So give him a try, and you'll thank me. Alright, 7k cat, easy first place. D2 practice runs. I should for sure practice LOD. I don't think I will play LOD. I'm not sure how to say this. I believe, based on what I've seen so far, that they will not fix duping, which in my opinion will make LOD a bit of a shit show once again. For the most part, people that duped did it in order to rack up forum gold, which is loosely worth some cash if you don't get banned selling it. But if like tons and tons of people are going to start playing Diablo 2 all at once, the people that know how to dupe are going to do it like crazy. I think it's going to be total fuckery, but we'll see. So how do you dupe? I only know some old school stuff. So there were items imported into Battle.net. What that means is they played a single player character, created an item by modifying the character file, played the character on OpenBNet, and somehow transferred the item to the live servers. I do not know how this was done, but this was done, and there were a few items that remained. There was dupe softwares. They rarely got out to too many people. I think they generally used similar methods that they patched and found new ways from time to time, right? Back and forth. But the primary way that people duped is by intentionally crashing a game. And I do know how to do this. There are some skills that still crash the game. Okay, as of like 3 or 4 years ago, still crash the game. But like, look, I don't think they're patching Diablo 2 for dupe fixes. So there were, okay, one that was patched. So I'll talk about it this way. One skill that was patched was Bone Wall. If you got a lot of cast speed on a Necro and spammed Bone Wall everywhere on your screen, the server would crash your game. Your game would end. And because it would crash, so the way that Diablo 2 works is there's autosaves server side, and the autosaves happen every like few minutes. If you leave a game, your character gets saved no matter what. I don't know if I like those, but yeah, shit, I guess, right? fine. So the way that you would dupe is you have one player and then another player. The second player would be the one that would have a build that could crash the game. That one would start a game. The second player with an empty inventory would go in. The player that has the inventory that you want to dupe would give it to the player. The player that received the items would leave the game, saving his character. And then you would, once upon a time anyway, spam Bone Wall, which would crash the server on your game. And unless you got really unlucky and the game just auto-saved, you'd have to do it again if it did, that character would have the same full inventory of items the next time you played it. Very simple. Now, here's the catch with this. Doing this method would copy the ID of the item. Which means that if you copied like a rare item, if you went into a game and both items, the duplicate and the original, were in that game, the game would delete both items. So that's bad. Yeah. The way that you would fix this is by duping runes. Because you would dupe runes and then use the Heraldric Cube to 3-to-1 them. So you wouldn't dupe a Zod rune. Duping a Zod rune is a waste of time. But you would dupe like a Chan rune, and then you take 3 Chan runes that you duped, 3 different Chan runes, and then you'd put them into the Heraldric Cube, get a Zod, and when you get a Heraldric Cube recipe, it would perm the item, because it creates a new item with a new item ID. So that's how people duped for the most part. That's why whenever you played the game, rune wards were worth fucking nothing. It's because people would find a few medium runes and crash games to dupe them all the way up. And that is a little bit of a problem when the best items in the game are generally rune wards. That's a rather big problem. I'm pretty sure they will not remaster the server side. Server side will be new. I'm not sure. But dupes ruined a lot of the experience of Diablo. And they especially ruined the expansion, Diablo, because of runes. There were ways where you could dupe any item and make it permanent. But Blizzard was pretty good about changing those methods. However, people would dupe very strong items without perming them, and they would sell copies as though they were legit in order to rack up a whole bunch of cash. So that was a different problem. And then sometime later, that dude's items would vanish because he joined a game with another person that you sold them to.
You're good at this. I like where you're going with this.
Quite like that. Have to sell the demon. Don't like any of those, though. I still don't like any of those. That's a pretty legit one. Ball bots. Yeah, bots were a really big problem as well. Bots in Diablo 2 in the last decade or so became extremely advanced. I'm aware of bot software that would not run the game. It would be an input-output script software. And the reason they would do that is you could run 100 bots on one home PC. If you bought using a normal bot using the Diablo 2 game client, you could run like 4, maybe 6. I guess computers have come a bit of a way, maybe like 8 The thing is, if you had a bot crash, it would usually crash the other ones. And if you ran like 8 copies of Diablo 2, yeah, it'd start crashing. So you wouldn't really want to do that. But the really good bots that were just script based were just fucking insane.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
So yeah, those are the main issues with the game that I'm aware of, and they're pretty significant issues, to be fair. Alrighty. I need people to start dying. I don't know how else to say it. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing some garbage mid-range because I'm playing like demons and whatever. It's good enough for now, but if this is going to be a game where it's like turn 10, no one's dead, I'm going to probably be the first one out. Day number 100 after Diablo 2 announcement. So yeah, here's how duping works in LOD. So after I said all that stuff about hacks and dupes and whatever, I'm going to take a step back and say that none of this is Blizzard's fault. Yeah, I'm going to defend them on this. Diablo 2 was one of the best running online games ever made when it came out. It's just like the technology wasn't really there to fully secure the online gaming platform. Just kind of is what it is. But if they are going to re-release it in 2021, I think they do need to have another look. Just make a new game? Well, they tried that. It was called Diablo III, and it was arguably not better than Diablo 2, made like 12 years before. Still no one's dead, turn 9. Fuck. That's quite nice.
You down a minion and up a gold.
No, I didn't see the whole BlizzCon line D2 thingy. Just saw pieces and cliff notes. Arguably, you mean it was absolute dogshit pile of garbage game? No, I disagree. I think the original release of Diablo 3 was a fairly good game because it was quite balanced on difficulty. They hit that like 99% level of difficulty, where it's like 1% possible. Possibly entirely by accident. Okay, I mean, I don't know if they really like nailed it, or they just fucking, you know, threw a dart from a helicopter and it landed on the bullseye. I don't know. Right, I don't know. But it did. The main problem with that is the first patch they launched ruined the difficulty of the game entirely. So that was not good. Here we go. Just gonna grab the gold cards. Wow, that's a pretty big card. How does that have so many bonus stats? Alright, I guess I'll try it. Alright, I'm gonna play this. No, it's got nothing. Oh, fuck that then. Alright. Let's take a zap for now, I guess. It was so much fun, and then a bunch of noobs cried river on the forum and ruined everything. There were a few things wrong with the difficulty, but it wasn't the flat scaling of the monsters. The dumbest thing in terms of difficulty was that the monsters would have more health and do more damage per extra player in the party. but it was like if you had one extra player, the monsters did 50% more damage. But they balanced the monsters for single player. So if you played with like, let's play online with your friends, the monsters went from almost one-shotting you to literally one-shotting any character. So that was pretty bad. Alright, that was not good. They basically made the highest difficulty areas unplayable in groups. Damn. No, I'm talking about Diablo 3.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's bigger. Mechs, okay. Let's give that a try. Life on hit stacking, Acid Rain, Witch Doctor. D2 on Switch. I mean, playing on Switch is like playing on a phone. It's nice to have the option, but I would not play Diablo anything on a phone-like device as a primary device. What's that clicking sound? What is he doing? No, he's not. He's biting the bed. Oh, his back foot. Does we kill him? 3, 4, nope. Okay, we have another casualty. This is good.
Nice work out there.
This is total garbage.
That'll do some damage. Go ahead and hire.
Oh man. I think I have to do something here.
I'll be taking that.
I kind of like that. Is there 2 cards I could sell? No, there really isn't. Yeah, if Graybo's playing a mech build on 5, he's almost certainly gonna have Baron. You have COVID and feel like shit. Tell you something to make you feel better. Oh, that sucks, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Damn, that thing's huge. Your wife gave it to you. Take it easy, man. The changes to the core set. These are not changes I was aware of. They're... Even though some people said they expected more changes than we got, I was quite surprised we got that many changes. Elementals. I don't have that many minion types is the thing. I don't think I'm gonna beat an elemental build. Actually, it's gonna be close. I think this is a loss, but I'm not sure. Nope. Got it. Oh, shit. Okay. That was a little bit more one-sided than I expected it to be.
Keep up the pressure.
He still has the double Nomi.
That'll do some damage.
I like that. Yeah, I kind of expected that to suck us. I only have mechs and pirates, it's probably not worth it.
Hire a recruit while you can.
Okay, thanks, Ozer. I don't think I can outscale him, so this is probably a last round. Looks like he had a pretty mediocre turn. That's very good. That was very bad. Good enough. Yay, cat wins! Nice game. That was pretty low roll. Got pretty lucky. That was turn 13 or 14, I believe. And he was vulnerable to poisonous, so this could be like fucking anything. Actually no, this isn't too bad. Because normally you have 1 or 2 buff slots. So if you like take away this card and put its stats there, yeah, that's actually not bad build.